Hi, am I on this video? Yeah, I'm not a yawn, bro. There it is! After almost 1 year of playing this level on and off, I'm proud to announce that I finally beat my now second hardest and what at the time would have been my new hardest, Super Mario Wave by Toma36. I'm about to yap a lot, so here's the timestamp for when the completion starts. This level is a quote-unquote absolute joke remake of Sonic Wave whose deco revolves around the universe of the Mario franchise. And if you know me, you know how much I adore the Mario franchise and thus how dear this level is to me. My first progress on this level goes all the way back to May 25th, 2025 when I got 29 to 81% in just about 40 minutes of stream. This was also my first session ever on this level, so I thought he would be quick before I beat it, even going as far as mentioning in the description that it barely felt like an insane demon. Oh boy, I was wrong. Next progress came 3 days later when I got 49% of stream, getting 81% down to 2 runs. I had all my reasons to think this was an insane demon because of how fast I was making progress. That was also considering that my hardest was still Jawbreaker. That is, until I decided to learn the last part. 85 to 100 is an absolute beast when it comes to difficulty. It is, or at least it was for me, the hardest part of the level. It took me a whole week to learn it, and even then I wasn't consistent in the slightest. This part was unnecessarily learny for some reason, and I quickly gave up on the idea of beating this level because I knew at the current skill I had, I wasn't passing the last part. Fast forward to November 23rd when I got 70% in 56 to 100 in one stream, finally getting this absolute beast of a level down to 2 runs after 6 months of playing it on and off. By that time, I had beaten Acropolis and became way better at timings than I was back in May, so it was much easier for me, but it was still hard enough to where I know I wouldn't beat it. And for some reason, that was the last time I would seriously play this level for a very long time, only giving it some attempts here and there. Again, fast forward 5 months later to April 2026, which is now. On April 26, I randomly decided to give this level a try again. I had become much better at the game, beating much more demons that were challenging for me, and I had a better mindset for GD. As now, I was dropping levels less and less, and I was also choosing my levels much better accordingly to my skill sets. No progress on April 26, I only played the level in its global lead to just remember the gameplay. The next day, I was in a call with my friends and decided to play from zero. I got a lot of good attempts, including 78, 79, 87, and what I consider to be my worst fail ever in all of Geometry Dash, 95. I stopped for the day because my nerves were messing with me too much and I couldn't bother to play anymore. I went to bed and just put my mind at ease. And now comes our final day, April 28th. I had the worst start for a session ever. I just couldn't make it past 65% for 30 minutes straight. Thank God I kept pushing though, because my very next attempt would be 87, dying at the start of the last part. And it wouldn't be until 10 minutes later that I got the one lucky run I have been trying to get for almost a year. Ladies and gentlemen, sit tight and enjoy watching the end of a year-old long journey. Now presenting Super Mario Wave 100%. T'avais fait un bon instant? De combien? Wesh! Oh, ça aurait été une ronde de B, c'est ça?
je reste.
Mais attendez, ouais.
Yes! Oh, je l'ai vite.
Attends, l'extrême niveau, attends, le hardest, c'était en train de faire?
Non, non, pas Soda Wader, j'étais sur mon second hardest.
Pas léger.
Oh putain, yes. Pouf. Attends, je suis mort combien de fois à la last? Je suis mort 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Je suis mort 13 fois à la last. C'est une dinguerie.
Oh putain, 84, je sais.
Ok, bon. On va faire les atomes count. Bon, alors 947. Plus 211. Et je crois que j'ai une copie perso. J'ai pas de copie perso, donc ça fait 1158 attempts. J'ai l'impression que ça fait beaucoup plus que ça quand même. Bon, tant pis, je vais prendre ça. Hein. Ah, GG.
And there we are. After 1158 attempts, with probably around 3k old attempts to add to the final counter, I have a new second hardest demon. Well, now that I beat it, what's next? Do I get back to sweater weather? I don't know, I can't remember. I may have to get my memory checked. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Shout out to my friends Lumen, Adrian and Sakupen for staying with me in VC when I kept complaining about this level. If it wasn't for them, I probably would have stopped playing it. Don't hesitate to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, it would mean a lot to me. Take care, bye bye!